of all of the things that are going on in Europe.
That's right.
And there's a bit going on in Europe.
Yeah,
Fair bit on.
Poland.
Excellent stuff, Brookie. Today's top stories.
Missile blame game. Russia and Poland come to blows over that deadly rocket strike. This morning, the Ukrainian president denies responsibility.
Happening now, approaching the peak, floodwaters surging to a 70-year high as the disaster turns deadly.
Caught on camera, a Melbourne teen chased and stabbed the alleged offender, filming the attack.
Awful. Trump 2024, the Don is back, and Australia's richest woman is partying with the former president.
Orders cancelled. Deliveroo pulls out of Australia, blindsiding restaurants and riders.
Also today, airfares soar, domestic flights now rivaling international as Christmas strikes loom.
And Wake Up with the Stars, our exclusives with Joel Edgerton and Patrick Dempsey. Today, Thursday, the 17th of November, 2022.
That could be your fantasy.
It's great to have your company this Thursday morning. Let's begin with that breaking news on the missile strike which put the world on edge. President Volodymyr Zelensky rejecting claims it was a Ukrainian missile that hit a village, killing 2. That's in direct conflict with what the chief of NATO is saying this morning. He believes the deadly blast was likely caused by Ukraine's air defence system. Europe correspondent Brett McLeod is live in Warsaw, the capital of Poland. Brett, the strike has revealed divisions between NATO and Ukraine.
Yes, and it is here in Poland where they've had the actual evidence to examine. And the authorities here, including the president, say all the evidence points to the fact that it was a Ukrainian missile which strayed over the border and killed 2 people on a farm on the Polish side. Volodymyr Zelensky, though, says he doesn't believe it's Ukrainian. He thinks it was Russian launched. Complicating it is the fact that the missile was Russian-made back in the 1970s. Both sides have been using them. But the evidence is that this was a missile launched in defence of Ukraine against a cruise missile attack by Russia, massive bombardment yesterday. Jens Stoltenberg, the head of NATO, says the most important thing is there is no evidence this was an act of aggression by Russia.
We have no indication that this was the result of a deliberate attack. And we have no indication that Russia is preparing offensive military actions against NATO.
So they're walking away from any possibility there could be any united action by NATO against Russia over this incident. In the meantime, though, NATO does say that the responsibility ultimately does rest with Russia for these deaths because they are the ones firing the cruise missiles in the first place. Alan?
Thanks, Brett.
Turning to the flood crisis in New South Wales now, with the Lachlan River today expected to hit a 70-year peak. That's turning the town of Forbes into an island, expected to be cut off for days. The disaster has also turned deadly, claiming the life of 60-year-old Diane Smith. Today, reporter Gabrielle Boyle is in Forbes for us this morning. Gabby, the water there is moving at such a frightening pace.
It certainly is, Karl. This will go down as the worst flood in this town's history. Take a